How's it going, guys? It's Jason here, and the video I'll be doing today will be on the full set of the 2016 Teamcoach Gold cards. So yeah, let's get started. So here are the Adelaide Crows. Eddie Betts, he got All Australian this year in the forward pocket. Rory Sloane was All Australian as well. He was the in the midfield and one of the favourites for the Brownlow this year if he didn't get suspended in one of the final rounds. And the codes have been used, guys. Also got Daniel Talia. He was All Australian centre half back this year. He's the Brisbane Lions. Justin Clark, he's retired this year. Carlton Blues. Andrew Walker is also retiring this year. And Collingwood. Dane Swan is retiring this year as well. Champion of the game, Brownlow medalist. Got the Bombers now. There are a few retiring from the Bombers, mainly the top-up players. James Gwilt played for St Kilda. Is a champion. Also honourable mentions to Adam Cooney, Matthew Stokes and Tate Pears. So Cooney didn't have a gold card this year, or none of those three had gold cards, but Cooney was a champion from the Bombers. He was a Brownlow medalist for the Dogs, an absolute champion. Matthew Stokes was a Geelong champion, and Tate Pears has retired to join the Fire Brigade, which is interesting. So there's a few that are retired from the Bombers. Here we've got Fremantle. So, honourable mention to Lachie Neale. He got the most possessions during the season, most disposals, beating Patrick Dangerfield. So how he didn't make All Australian, I have no idea. But Matthew Pavelec retiring this year. He's a champion of the game. Captained the most games for Fremantles in history with 175 games captained, and he's in the top 10 of the most games captained for any player in AFL VFL history. Here we've got the Cats coming up. So Patrick Dangerfield is All-Australian midfield, and he's a strong favourite to win the Brownlow this year. We've also got Corey Enright, who was All-Australian centre half back. And Joel Selwood, All-Australian captain for 3 years, which I think ties for the record, which is a great effort. Tom Lynch is All-Australian forward pocket. For the Suns. And then we've got GWS. So Heath Shaw, All-Australian centre half back. He's had an amazing season. And also another player who got All-Australian was Toby Green. He was centre half forward. And surprisingly he didn't have a gold card this year, which is a bit odd. Birchall starts the Hawks. Only one Hawk player this year got All-Australian. And that was Cyril Rioli. There he is, Cyril. He is All-Australian centre-half forward. Here we have the Demons, and Max Gawn got All-Australian. Ruckman, he had an amazing season. He's an absolute champion. Now we're on to North Melbourne. We've got a few players retiring from North. One very controversial player. So we've got Nick Delsanto. He's a star for St Kilda and the last few years with North. I think he'll play on. This was a controversial player who was got asked to retire for this year for North. He is the all-time games record holder, Brent Harvey, with 427 games. He's still playing great footy, so I don't know why they asked him to retire. I think they're doing a complete rebuild, but I'm hoping he plays on next year because he's still playing ripping footy. And Drew Petrie, a champion from North Melbourne, he's retiring this year. As well as Michael Ferrito, a defender from North Melbourne, but he didn't have a gold card this year. We've got Port Adelaide here. Jay Schultz is delisted from Port. Here's the Tigers. The Tigers had 2 All-Australians. Dustin Martin, midfielder, he had a great season and he's probably second favourite behind Patrick Dangerfield for the Brownlow medal. And Alex Rance, who is one of the best defenders in the modern game. He got All-Australian defence. Now we've got St Kilda. So just want to give an honourable mention to Nick Riewoldt. Nick Riewoldt, he'll be stepping down as captain at the end of this season. He is also in the top 10 players who have captained the most games, and he captained 187 games. So that's an amazing effort. We've got the Swans here, so we've got a few All-Australians for the Swans. Buddy Franklin, who is centre-half forward, All-Australian, with 74 goals kicked this year. Dan Hanbury had an amazing season as well. He got midfield for All-Australian. We've also got All-Australian midfielder Josh Kennedy, played amazing. Luke Parker, midfielder, amazing. He's on the bench for the All-Australian. And also Dane Rampy, he's a back pocket All-Australian. He's had an amazing season as well. So Sydney had the most players in the All-Australian team, which is fair enough. They had an amazing season. Josh Kennedy for the Eagles got All-Australian as well, full forward, and he kicked 80 goals this season to win the Coleman medal, which was the most goals this season. Jeremy McGovern also got All-Australian in the back pocket. He also had an amazing season. And finally, we've got the Bulldogs, Marcus Bontempelli and Matthew Boyd got All-Australian as well, both on the bench. So, yeah, with these gold cards, there's 234 cards in the set. And, yeah, I didn't have them listed in numbered order. I just put them in alphabetical order by team and then alphabetical order by player. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, comment and subscribe, and check out my other videos. I put up a video of the Teamcoach 2016 prize cards, full set. And I'll do another update video shortly with the Star and Magic Wild cards that I've got. I'm also going to do another video. I've noticed that if you keep an eye out on the stats on the gold cards, there is I've noticed that there's a couple of differences between the stats on the gold cards compared to Star and Magic Wild cards and prize cards. So I'm going to do a video showing you all the differences. So it's like the errors in the cards, errors of the differing values between gold card stats and prize card stats. So I'll do another video of that and I'll upload that shortly. Alright, cheers guys, see ya.